is close. There's a bit more. Referees swimming up to the camera, putting certain places on the big screen. Referees swimming up to certain places on the big screen. No, it's good to him.
How is this spent half the game on the season channel?
Hey! Which one is it? Is it Benoit? Might be. It's also. So you go online. Looks great. Oh yeah. Close home going down.
Oh, you're going to try and record it or something? Oh, right, yeah. Sure. He probably will, he seems to.
No,
He's had enough now. Just the referee who was swanning around in front of the big camera.
I was going to turn the overlay off so you could actually see him.
Yeah.
Number what? What, the ref? Anton? Anton Gibbs. Good communication. Heroes. People want to do it, sorry. So, might not say this is Emma. Definitely female. Stop pronouncing the name right. Proud of myself. Emma McHugh.
So, good afternoon. Welcome to the next match in the men's under 24 round robin tournament here, Ponds Forge Leisure Centre. So the match is between the under 24 men's team of Turkey in black against Canada in white. So we've offered the strike here, and Turkey with big flick. They've been doing this a lot. They've definitely got fantastically long flicks. Good charging play by the Turkish I've seen in past matches. Canada here definitely have their work cut out for them, but Turkey gets straight underway here, getting the puck into the Canadian half. Canada trying to get this away, and play's been called by the referee. So it's a free puck to Canada. Whether the initial attack there from Turkey. Canada just going for the one player on the attack and the free puck. Send it forwards. So Turkey launch it into the middle of the pool. But again, it's been stopped by the referee. Gloving. So Canada get another free puck here. Once again, single player down on the bottom there, number one. they're looking to connect the pass to. Turkey, however, snuff that one out. Now charging, but in the process of doing so, it slides out of play. So this time round, in between the exchange there, Turkey get the free puck. So now they're going to go on the attack there. So Turkey now on the attack here, and they're driving this one in. They're going to try and loop it round into the right hand side of the tin. Canada trying to ensure they keep it out, but can't tell whether or not. I think the referees might have called it as a goal. They have. They've called it as a goal to Turkey, who get straight on the board after an initial spell there by Canada, managing to resist the Turkish attack and getting it into the Turkish half. Turkey forged their way down the pool. And we're reset here. So the Turkish number 12, Hakan Sugoflu, gets the first goal for the Turkish team. Canada get to the puck on the strike first, and they take it up the left-hand side. So now trying to sweep it back, but Turkey seeing if they can fire it out to the left. Canada force it out, and they're on a charge here. A relatively slow charge, it has to be said, but they are still in the Turkish half. Turkey executing one of their trademark sizable flicks, but it was gloving by the Turkish player. So Canada with another opportunity. We can see the formation they've been using so far. They're just sending a single player forward. So they're trying to ensure that Turkey don't return it with interest, I think, is the idea. It seems to be working. They're now into the Turkish final third. So Canada with the opportunity to try and equalise. Turkey are going to want to power this one back out. They've got a player ready to receive the pass. Canada trying to force this one back down the wall once again. Play's been stopped. So it's barging by the Canadians. So Turkey get the free puck. Chance to get this one back into the centre of the pool. Mount a counter attack. So Turkey now. So they're now Turkey on a big attack, and if they're not careful they could have a free swim all the way into the tin. Canada have committed all their players over into the corner. They managed to weather it. The infringement's been called against the Turkish. Canada was scrambling there to make sure that they could keep that one safe. They've succeeded. So Canada now with the opportunity to try and get this out to safety. Short flick this time round to the other player. Interesting tactic there on the free puck. I haven't seen that one so far in this tournament. Turkey now fire a big flick across. Canada managing to just about keep this onto their own stick, but it still seems to be in the middle of the pool. They've got a Turkish player over. Canada are going to have to furiously scramble, but Turkey have another man ready, and they've swung that one into the tin. However, it's not called. There is an infringement. So, in amongst the scrambling, the Turkish committed a foul. Canada now with the free puck. And again, get this one back out to safety. Canada doing well here. They're having a prolonged spell. But this is a good charge by Turkey. They're trying to swing this one round the Canadian player, and it's gone for a massive charge up the side. Canada now keeping players back alongside the corner of the wall. They've swung it out to the wall. Turkey didn't quite manage to execute that flick as well as he'd liked, so it's gone back to Canada, number 7. Canada pinning this one into the corner. Got another player, they need to be able to recycle this. They've ended up giving it to Turkey, flick it out now. Canada try to, and succeed, get the puck out to the side, but Turkey once again recycling well. So we can see that there's been a good play here by Canada. They're definitely frustrating this Turkish attack. And Turkey still to get a second goal. And it's nearing now halfway through the first half. Turkey just a 1 goal advantage against Canada. Canada with some resolute defending. And we are seeing the Canada vice-captain, number 7 there, Jean-Philippe Langelier. He fires it into the corner. There's a big long pass, but the referees have called a foul. So Turkey get another opportunity. Free puck for the Turkish. So their number 3, Mert Erol, their vice-captain, takes it. Swings a long pass in. He's going to try and power it underneath himself now. He's in the middle of the pool. Canada need to get this one to safety. They've got the bodies to try and intercept it. Turkey have still got a man sitting inside him. And he's going for a big long swim. Canada once again fling it out to the side. So gloving. Canada get the free puck and a chance to push this one out of a dangerous part of their court. So Canada swim this one forward, chips it off the Turkish bat. Turkey now trying to power this one through, but Canada fire it back. Impressive piece of defending that the Canadians have been doing for some minutes now. The play gets stopped once more. So was puck hit the free arm of the Turkish player, so Canada get the free puck. And big long flick forward. Canada ensuring that they can try and close down Turkey from executing the switch here, and they do so reasonably successfully. They've got men down. Turkey trying to force Canada back, but they're flinging the puck forward. So good spell of play here by Canada. They've got this deep into Turkey's territory. However, we've got an infringement called. Gloving by the Canadians. So Turkey have the free puck in their own half. Get this back into a safe area. Turkey with 3 people down on the bottom. However, they're going to swim it into the space that's left on the left-hand side. They fling it into the middle. Still, however, Canada are able to snuff that out. They're powering this down the wall. Turkey, are they going to they swim it into the middle? It's intercepted, but they get it back onto their stick. A big pass. It's not connecting to anybody, though, so Canada get the opportunity. However, Turkey swimming this. Canadian number 5 here. Good spell of defence by Nathaniel Schoenberger. We're seeing quite a few fouls called in this game. It does go backwards and forwards. This one is for Turkey. Canada line up, prepare themselves. Turkey again for the three-player attack. They've flung it out to the right and chipped it into the middle. Big squabble going on here between the two teams. Turkey flick it, but it's optimistic. Gets passed straight onto the Canadian back. Canada now trying to work out what to do with it because Turkey are pressurising them on this wall. Canada try to dummy it past the player, but Turkey get the better of it. Canada get it back onto their stick. Turkey now, good chance. They flick it underneath themselves, but it carries on the charge. we are seeing, it has to be said, quite a few passes under people's bodies here, and it can be difficult to tell whether or not they actually spot the player they're trying to flick it to. It certainly confuses the players, but I'm not necessarily convinced that the other part of the attacking team is necessarily organised enough to read it. However, Turkey here with a chance. 3 players on the bottom forming an effective wall. They're going to swim it. Oh, they've left it as a dummy. Canada keeping the players down on the bottom. Big pass though. This is a great opportunity for Turkey now. They're going to swim it into the tin. Turkey managed to get the second goal here. Good spell of play by them. Quite a crafty piece of free puck work there. They swung the player in who left the puck behind to try and distract the Canadians. Then they had a big swim round the side, powered it in where the Canadians weren't expecting it. Good tactic by the Turkish. Their number 5, Burak Kosak, with the goal. So Turkey 2-0 up against Canada. Canada doing great spells here of defence, keeping this Turkish team at bay for quite a lot of this first half, and there's only 2 minutes remaining. So we've got play stopped there, and it's going to be gloving by the Turkish. So Canada once again get the chance to get this out to safety. I think Turkey could have possibly got more scores on the tin if it wasn't for the number of fouls that were being called against them. That's not to say, however, that Canada haven't done some sterling defence. They've been reading the Turkish attack well, getting down in numbers, making sure that they're not getting free swims or the opportunity for large passes. So Canada once again making sure that they can find a Canadian stick to get this puck on, and now they're off up the left-hand side of the pool. They too have some great flicks on them. Turkey now on a big chip. They're trying to find the space. Canada trying to chase them down with 2 men. Turkey fails on the first attempt at the pass. However, they've got possession back. Canada's number 9, their captain, Lance Gertman, chips that one off the pitch. So here we go again. Lance Gertman against Turkish defender, managing to sweep this one out, but Turkey now with more time and players on the bottom. It's gone into the corner. So once again, massive flick there by the Turkish. However, Canada managed to avoid it landing over the player. So it's a penalty, however. So it's just right in the dying seconds of the first half. Turkey with an opportunity to get this up to 3-0. 2 against 1. We know the Turkish have the power. Can Canadian...
Come on, Nathaniel.
So Turkey, first player down, big long flick. Canada, the clock ticks on, and a fantastic spell of defence there. We thought that Nathaniel Schoenberger had managed to swim that one out, but Turkey ultimately managed to keep the player back, didn't panic, was so close to being swung out to safety. But unfortunately, Turkey were just too strong. Get the third goal. So Mert Dogan gets the third, and that's going to be the end of the first half now, as the clock runs down, and that's the end of the first half. So, although at the moment it's half time here. I was just waiting for the play to stop. I could see lots of action happening on the bottom of the pool, but it didn't matter. So 3-0 to Turkey. This has proven to be probably a more difficult encounter, I think, than the Turkish had anticipated. But they do have now a comfortable lead. Some good spells of play by Canada, too, it has to be said. They have proven more effective than most teams in making sure Turkey can't just go on charging runs. Their defence has been particularly strong. They've kept the Turkish at bay for long spells of the first half. If we look at some of the other results that we've had, you can see that Canada have suffered a few defeats here from New Zealand, Great Britain, South Africa, France, and in fact Australia too. They did manage to have a draw with Italy 2-2, and they beat Belgium 8-4 on Sunday afternoon. Turkey, however, have only had one loss so far, which was against New Zealand earlier today. So other than that, they have proven to be very strong opposition against virtually all the teams. So it was 4-2 from Turkey against Great Britain, 5-1 New Zealand beat them, so which has opened up the top of the table for the under 24 men's standings now, as each of the top three teams has lost a match. Canada only with the one victory and draw so far puts them currently 9th in the standings on the table. But it's been an impressive performance, I have to say, by the Canadians. It seems their style of play must be fairly closely matched to the Turkish. Let's hope that Canada can get a score in the second half, which is now underway. Canada powering this one across to the opposite wall. Play's been stopped, so Canada have got the free puck. Back into the centre of the pitch once more, and Canada try and flick it over three Turkish bats. It doesn't quite work for them. Turkey now have the opportunity, but there's a good piece of battling play going on alongside the wall. Canadian number 9 there, Lance Gertman, the captain, lays it off to their number 12, Sam Mainville, but Turkey trying to go on a charge. Canada keeping the bodies on the bottom, trying to make sure that Canada aren't given the opportunity to find the space. They're trying to close this down, keeping an eye. We've got the puck being sent into the corner, and it's gone straight onto a Turkish stick. So now Canada really have to try and get this one back. Are they going to be able to recycle players? Their number 7 had a bit of a struggle to get down at the bottom. Turkey powering this one up into the tin, and they've ensured they hold on to it. Another goal to Turkey. So just waiting for the confirmation here of the goal scorer. So we don't know who this goal scorer was for Turkey, however it does count. So Turkey go 4-0 up, play resumes, and Turkey are now off on a charge. They've got a bit of momentum behind themselves now. They're trying to power forwards in numbers. Canada get this one cleared out to the right hand side. Turkey looking to resume the attack. It's flung back into the middle of the pool. Turkey thought that there might be chance here that this could get called by the referees. So barging is called, and Canada now have to have player out on the side, giving Turkey the free puck. So only 5 in the water now to the full 6 of Turkey. Nathaniel Schoenberger is now out on the side for 2 minutes. Turkey sweep it underneath themselves. They're going to try and power this one in. Canada proving repeatedly that they can match the Turkish force here. I think that's proven more difficult for the Turkish than they previously anticipated. Canada just trying to hold this, make sure that you can stop it going in. Turkey keeping it on the stick, going after another phase. Canada sweep in once more. So gloving called by the Turkish. Canada now with the free puck. They're still down to 5. So their number 9 is going to clear it. However, unsportsmanlike conduct means we've got a player being sent out. So now we've got 2 Canadians on the side. This is proving more challenging now for Canada, as Turkey have another free puck, but this time they've only got 4 left to defend. So the timeout is called by the Canadians to try and ensure that they don't get another goal conceded. They've got 30 seconds before Nathaniel Schoenberger enters the water. Hugo Daniel is out for 2 minutes after a call of unsportsmanlike conduct. So we've seen the tactic from Turkey is to have 3 men in a wall on the bottom of the pool, trying to secure the territory and then power through. Canada have generally proven that they can defend and be under sustained attack, but now they're really challenged because Turkey, being a powerful team, when you've got 2 men left, less than your team, and you've only got 4 remaining, this could prove quite an ask. So Turkey sweep in. They're trying to swim this one in together, and it looks like Turkey have succeeded. Goal is called. They didn't need to flick it, they just swam it in as a unit. Canada unable to defend it, so their number 1, Firat Kabul, gets the goal for Turkey, making it 5-0 to them. Canada now up to 5, and the play is reset in the middle. Big squabble going on in the middle of the pool here. Turkish number 9 lays it off to the number 5, Nathaniel Schoenberger, who's back in the water after his spell out on the side. Vice captain Jean-Philippe Longillier gets the puck. Turkey powering it out into the middle of the pool. Big long pass. Nobody down from Canada to stop it. Another big flick here by the Turkish, but Canada managed to get the bodies back. They're going to try and keep this one locked safe. Turkey trying to scrap it back onto their stick and get it along the wall. However, Canada have it back on their stick. They're looking for options. Lots of players currently near the Canadian subs bin, so opportunity for Canada to get some fresh legs into the water, drive it. They've got it back onto their stick. They're now taking it back to the middle of the pool. Turkey with the player over. Are they going to don't have to worry about what they're going to do because the free puck's been called. It was a stick infringement. And Canada now have the chance. They're back up to their full complement to go back on the attack. So, free puck taken. Chips forward. Turkey fire it back at them. But Canada still continuing down the right-hand wall. Play's been stopped by the referee. So, stick infringement again by the Turkish. So, Canada again. Another chance to reset. It's now into the Turkish half. He's pointing to the left-hand side as he charges down the right. So, Canada once again have an opportunity here. Trying to power this one through. They're meeting a lot of resistance from the Turkish team, as you'd expect. But Canada having a good drive. It's going up into the corner. Turkey looking for the options. Deciding to going into the middle, probably not the most sensible. So they're back out onto the wall once again. And we can see the free puck now called in Canada's favour. This is good spell play here by the Canadians, exercising patience. They're getting the rewards. The free pucks are coming, and they're getting closer and closer to the Canadian tin. They try and chip it forwards. They've still got the bodies on the bottom. Turkey trying to power this one back into safety, but it's gone back into the middle of the pool. Canada now can get it underneath himself. This is an opportunity, a big long flick, but Turkey get to it first. It's gone out to the side. Great spell there by the Canadians. It looked like they might get an opportunity. The big long pass was intercepted by the last man in Turkey. So, we do, however, have a penalty to Canada. This is their chance to get the scores on the door. So, Canadian players set, ready to go. They're jostling for position, the Canadians. Who's going to take it? There's a big long flick by Canada trying to sweep it underneath themselves. And it's successful. It's a great goal by Canada. Wonderful piece of play. Kept it on his bat, swept it underneath himself, confused the Turkish player. It's gone in the tin. Canada get one back. So, it's now 5-1 to Turkey. 6 minutes 30 remain in this second half. Canada proving keep the level head, keep the free pucks going. All the infringements are mounted up in the end, got them the goal that they truly deserve for all the work they've been doing in resisting Turkey's relentless attacks. So Canada now 5-1 down, but still offering resolute defence against the Turkish. So it was Jean-Philippe Langelier, the vice-captain, who got the goal. Play resets. Turkey's free puck, the three-man wall goes down once again. They flick it hard over to the left-hand side now. Trying to battle this one through the middle. Again, passing underneath themselves. Canada read it well, get it out to the wall. Again, see the wall of Turkish players trying to pin it into the corner. Turkey now with a big chance here, but Canada get the body on the bottom. They're trying to ensure Turkey don't get the straightforward route. So Turkey are going to have to flick this one out into the middle. Now they get the chance to swim it. They've thought they were going to get a chance to flick this one in, but before that happened, barging was called. Turkey get a free puck here. So this one's going to be, they're lining up quickly. Turkey want to take this as soon as possible. They've fired it off hard to the right. Canada ping it out back. So the Turkish player still has it on his bat. He's now mounting an assault of Canadian players trying to make sure that it stays in the corner. Turkey scrabbling to do something with this puck. Canada trying to lock it in place. They've got it onto the Canadian stick. He's turning. He's going to put it back against the wall. This is a long battle going on in the corner here between the two teams. Turkey will want to try and execute a big flick, find some space, but Canada keep pinning it back in the corner, doing enough to ensure that they don't cause an infringement by just running the clock down and holding the play in one area. They've got to show that they're trying to show some intent of getting it out of this corner. Turkey getting frustrated here, I suspect, by this. So it still remains on the wall. Cycle after cycle of play between the two teams. Fascinating encounter. Turkey now, however, are getting bodies down in numbers. Canada sweeping it back into the corner of the pool. Still no infringement called. We're still stuck on this closest wall to us as we see it on the camera. Eventually, the infringement is called by the referee. So we're seeing another free puck. Canada lining up to take this one. Finally, we get to see whether we can do something about this impasse between the two teams. Canada desperately trying to defend this. Turkey still with the players on the bottom. There's a big scramble going on here. Turkey trying to power this one underneath themselves and get it in the tin, but it's been flicked out to the far corner wall once again. The clock continues to run down. We've now got 2 minutes 50 seconds remaining. 5-1 remains the score. Canada have had 3 to 4 minutes here of sustained defence required. So, once again, we have a Turkish free puck. The teams seem locked in this corner of the pool. Canada coming under sustained pressure all the time from the Turkish, trying to work out what they're going to do different this time around. They're going to swim it hard to the right, then try and flick it under themselves. Another big scramble, but this time I think Turkey trying to get it back underneath themselves. This is a chance for them. Canada just about managing to get the body to keep the puck out from the tin. Another spirited swim by the Canadians. They're going to battle this one along the wall once again, and it goes out to the corner. Really is a fascinating encounter here. Turkey have overpowered so many teams just with brute force in their encounters so far, but they really are meeting their match here against a determined Canadian team who are so strong in defence. They're getting the bodies on the bottom. They're making sure Turkey can't find the space. When there's a melee, they're strong enough to handle the pressure of the Turkish attack. So they've got to watch themselves, though. Turkey are not giving this one up. They're still in the corner. They've got the bodies on the bottom. Canada looking to pass the play, push it out, get it in the corner once again. Turkey flick it long. This could be their opportunity, but Canada get it back onto their stick. Turn. The important thing is they're maintaining the possession. They're now going to try and swim it into the middle of the pool. That's a dangerous move. Turkey now get the opportunity. The big flick from the Turkish. They're going to pass it. I think that's unfortunately ended up as a goal for the Turkish. They tried for so long, the Canadians. They thought they could swim it into safety, but they decided to try and do so into the middle of the pool. Dangerous move because Turkey were waiting for that opportunity to get some space. They then powered through on the other side, flicked it underneath themselves, found the space on the tin. Canada got themselves in a bit of a tangle. So, Turkey get their 6th goal. Their number 4, Sualtı Hokeyi, setting Kaya. But there is 20 seconds remaining. Canada, the last thing they're going to want to do now is to concede a goal in the last 20 seconds of this game. So let's hope that the Canadian defence have proven as strong as they have done in the rest of this game. The free puck's been called. I think we're going to see, although it is a Turkish free puck, there's only 11 seconds left on the clock. So long as Turkey can't just drive this one straight through the middle, Canada get the sticks and the players on the bottom. Clock's running down. It's going to be close, this. It's running all the way down, but that's it. That's the end of the match. Time is called. And Turkey are the winners here, 6-1, but all credit to the Canadians. That was a fantastic piece of long and sustained defence, especially in that second half. Turkey were unable to find a way through for a long period, so a very gutsy performance by the Canadians. They should be proud of themselves there. Turkey, the eventual winners, comfortably in the end, but still good match, 6-1 to Turkey.
Foul committed by the Argentinians.